Hi, welcome back. On this video, I'm going to give you a little bonus and I'm going to make a lecture about math functions. I think it's very essential that you have this knowledge. It's going to help you get better at those advanced courses. It's going to help you understand things a lot better. All right? I wasn't planning on doing this, but I am doing it like always. So let's go ahead and let's open our co-editors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a save as on my desktop. And I'm going to call this math functions. Right, that HTML. I think it's very important that you learn this and that you are prepared. You just got to know that besides the operations that we learn how to do in the math lecture, JavaScript has a bunch of math functions that we can use. They're already built in. So all we have to do is just access those functions and use them. All right. So how we use a math functions. All right. I'm gonna just show you a couple of them, and then I'm gonna show you where to find them. All right, so I have this number here, and this number is worth 10. Right? To use a math function, I will have to make, for example, a new variable here and say new number. Let's call this new number, or let's just call it round number, because that's what we're going to be doing, rounding this number. All right. So how we are going to round this number? Very simple. What we do is we assign this the math with the math keyword there. We assign it a method, right? So we are going to be using dot, right? And we are going to be using the keyword round and then parentheses. And then inside parentheses, you're going to put your number or variable. You can put the number straight there and it will do it for you. All right. And this is how you use most of them. Make sure that you have the math keyword right in front of it with a dot notation all the time. All right. I'm going to show you in a minute where to find them anyways. Alert, and we're gonna alert number round number. All right, because new number is worth 10 but the round number is worth different value. So let's go ahead and open in the browser and see how that looks. All right, as a matter of fact, I need to make it, how are we going to round this if it's not a float number, right? A floating number, which that's a floating number in um, programming language is a 10.4 or something like that with a decimal space, right? So that is a floating number, just to let you know. And an integer number is the one that doesn't have those decimal places. It's a whole number, right? 10, 11, 12, 14, those are integers. So we're going to come here and let's refresh. And we see that it's rounding 10.4 to 10. What about if we go ahead and input 10.5? It rounds it up to 11. That's what the round function does. All right, let's use another function. Let's declare another number, say number 2. Another variable, I'm sorry. It says number 2, and let's assign it another value. Let's say is two. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna do it right here. I'm gonna do, that's fine. Let's do it like this. Math. And what I want to do is I want to find something to the power. So I'm going to use this function power. All right. And I want to find, let's say, I don't know, 24 to the, I don't know, 8 power. That's crazy, right? Well, not that crazy. And let's alert this out here. Number 2. All right. So I'm going to have 2 alerts here. I'm just going to take this alert off there. Refresh, and as you can see here, it's giving me that value. Now math functions are very useful when you are doing complex programming, when you're doing complex math operations, and you will get to that when you finish those advanced courses a couple times, and that's where you will find this very useful. But keep it in your tool set of in your toolbox, because this is going to be very handy. All right, so now you can use another one also called floor. I mean, there are many of them that you can use, and I'm going to show you where to find them. All right, so let's go ahead, let's go to Google and let's type in built-in math functions in JavaScript. Let's see if I can find I misspelled it, but it's gonna correct me anyways. You can come here to the Developer Mozilla website, and you can find some of those functions right here. They got some new ones too all the time, so they are always making one. You can see that this one, the Florida one, is right here, and they're gonna give you an example on how to use it. All right. So this one, you see that is bringing that 4.95 down to 45, and the 4.95 down to 46, negative 46. All right. So you have some documentation there. There's another website that also has this, and let's right here in tutorials point, and we can go to the math function. This is the number methods. All right. This is not exactly what I wanted, but all right. Oh, I actually have it in another one of my other screens right here. All right. So you can see here that we have some of these functions, and they give you examples. If you click on it, you can see that they give you an example how to use it. All right. Very useful functions. Keep it in your toolbox. If you want, you can just go ahead and favorite these pages when you find them. And again, these people here, the developers of JavaScript, is the best source to find these math functions. But know that JavaScript has a bunch of math functions that you can use to make your programs easier to do, all right, and to make it more flexible. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Again, hopefully this information was valuable to you and you can use it in your programs in the future. Take care, and I'll see you in the next lecture.